guys, it's Katie here and welcome back to my channel. So this is the start of a new series called Chatting with ... I decided to do some interviews with some people about just random things. Today my interview is with Zamira. Zamira runs an art account, but I'll let her explain more about it when I actually get to talk to her. So she does a lot of stuff for mental health and stuff like that, so I thought she'd be a very positive person to start this off. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. When I thought love was a lost art. Alright, let's call Zamira on Zoom.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Just checking. How are you doing?
Alright. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, good. So this is Zamira. I met Zamira when we were doing Legally Blonde. So was it last year? I don't know, it's been a long year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, last year.
2019 feels like 100 years ago now.
It literally does. It's crazy. Okay, so we met doing Legally Blonde. You played Serena, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bend Snap Girl.
Yeah. So Zamira also has an art account on Instagram. Do you want to shout that out?
It's Dramatic Doodles on Instagram.
And it's so good. Like, I'm obsessed with it.
Wow, thank you.
So the first question that I have for you is, we've already discussed the name of your account, which is Dramatic Doodles. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it and why you started it?
There are a lot of reasons why I started. One of the reasons was I have a spam account on Instagram, which you were on,
Yes.
and I've just kept posting loads of art photos because I was just drawing a lot during lockdown, and I thought they were probably a bit sick of seeing them. So I was like, why don't I just make an account so that people who want to see it can, and then other people who don't want to see it can just be like, no, fine, that's I'm good.
Yeah.
But I was doing this project for school, which was very mental health based, and it was all about helping people and making them feel like they're not alone, and people who don't understand it can understand it a bit more. And I was sort of saying there, why do I have all this stuff that's about helping people that no one can see?
I think it's a really nice thing to do, and I feel like you're kind of portraying it really well with your drawings. If people should definitely check it out because I'm obsessed with it. Zamira is so talented. It's crazy. Is art something that you're wanting to pursue in the future, or do you kind of just see it as a hobby, or?
It's mostly a hobby. I want to pursue it in the same way that I want to keep my account going, and I want to keep posting stuff on there. And I do commissions sometimes, but I'm not planning on going to art school. Mm-hmm. I'm not planning on making it a full-time job, really.
So you kind of went over a little bit of why you decided to make the account, but why did you choose mental health? Was it something to do with the current pandemic, the current state of the world, or was it just something that you feel needs more attention?
A little bit of both. I had more time to do it because there was a pandemic and I wasn't going out anywhere or doing anything. But I was in an art group when I was 14, 15, I can't remember. And I did, at that point, I was not in a good place at all in life, and I did art just as a way to express what was going on in my head, but I didn't want to show anyone. It was just no, absolutely not. And I was like, if I ever get out of this, I want to do something that can make other people feel better and not feel the way I did.
Yeah.
So then when I had then stopped doing art about a year ago because I'd done it at school. And for anyone that's done a Nat 5 or a higher SQA art exam, they're not fun.
No, they're not.
They're not very interesting. So maybe I can make more art that's about mental health, but maybe I can try and do what I wanted to do all those years ago and actually help people. And if someone sees it, I'm not the only one that felt like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah. And you do art on a lot of mental health, so it's not just kind of pigeonholed. You do it on a wide variety of things, so it's quite good that you're not just okay, well, I have this is what I'll do it on. You're doing it on everything, which I think is amazing. How old are you? You're 17, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 17 and you're making this crazy impact, which is mental. Why do you think that mental health has such a stigma against it?
Oh God, there's so
Yeah, it's a wide one.
I don't know. I feel like there is sort of inbuilt in our culture is to not understand it and to push it away. I've had a lot of people say the same things to me that have been said for the last 50, if not more years, about different like depression, anxiety, all of it. Just, I think it surprises me now because it is much more talked about when people still don't know.
That now, although it's not like where it should be, I think it is a lot better than where it was, which is positive, but there's still like a long way to go.
Yeah.
Like, since you do a lot for mental health, what would you feel like somebody should say to someone with mental health? Like, because I know there's a lot of things that people say and it's maybe not the right things, and not a lot of people know what to say.
There's an account on Instagram that's on Facebook as well. I think it's called the Real Depression Project. They do a lot of, this is something you should say, this is something you shouldn't say, this can trigger people.
So we'll link it down in the description, and anybody who maybe knows somebody who might be struggling can take a look at that, and it might be helpful for what they should and shouldn't say, what can be triggering and that kind of stuff.
To someone, if you have a mental health issue or you think you have a mental health issue, I would just say you're not alone and it will get better. And I know it sometimes will feel like it will never get better, and that is the disorder lying to you. That's not the way it is going to be. It will get better, and you've probably heard that 100 times before and don't believe it, but one time it will click and it will get better, I promise you.
It doesn't matter if it's been said 100 times because it is true. Yeah. Nothing kind of stays bad forever. What about if it was somebody who knows someone with a mental health issue? Like, for example, say like there's a parent or whatever and they had a child who they kind of maybe like suspected had some sort of issue. How do you think that they should approach it?
Look up on what it is first, because there's loads of different mental health issues, so look up on the specific one. Look up on things you should say and shouldn't say. Never call anyone crazy. I wish I could just say this to everyone in the world. Do not call someone crazy if they have a mental health issue.
What is your favourite piece of art that you've ever done? Yeah, you can say
one called Control. It was the one about eating disorders. The inspiration for that one was I talked to you, and you said some very helpful things about messages you wanted to be put out there. And then another thing I loved about it is I loved the reaction I got, because it's always nice when you make something that you want to like help people and then people respond to it well.
I do really love that one, and you seem to get like a lot of positive like comments on your work, and like from mental health organisations as well. Like when you tag them, they always seem to like either put it on their story or which is a really good thing, because then other people are seeing it.
Yeah, sometimes they DM as well. No panic, they are very nice to like people that interact. But the anxiety charity, No Panic, they like will DM or they'll DM or they'll comment, and they'll just be really nice, and it's a very nice thing because they're a really good charity as well. Yeah.
So not everyone wants to speak to like a psychiatrist or anything like that. So was there any ways that you would suggest, maybe it's not even for somebody who just has a mental health issue or anything like that, but how to keep their mental well-being in a positive mindset, like especially during this time? So what have you been doing like to keep yourself busy?
I think it depends on like the person. You need to find something that like works for you to like, make you happy. And for me, that's like drama, performing. I absolutely love to do that. I love musicals. I love being on stage. And then lockdown happened, and I've not been on a stage since last year. So it's a bit hard to like when lockdown's taken away a lot of opportunities for people on like the things that you'd normally get. But you need to just find something that makes you happy. Even if it's just talking to your friends, that can really help if you have like a good supportive group of people around you. It's different for everyone what you need to do to make you happy. If you're wanting not to talk to a psychiatrist, therapist or someone like that, but you do want to talk to someone and maybe you don't trust people, there are helplines that you can phone someone. They won't judge you. If you can call once, they won't like try to contact you again unless they think it's an emergency. So you it's all up to you what you're comfortable with. If you want to talk to anyone, if you don't, it's up to you.
So, what do you think are the biggest main misconceptions around about mental health?
That we're faking it. Oh, that's that. It's an attention-seeking thing, or depending on the disorder. Sometimes that is your fault. I really hate when people are like, you're not trying, like you chose to feel that way. Especially if it's like depression or anxiety or something. They're like, well, you could just choose not to be sad.
Like,
so,
if it was a choice, you wouldn't choose. Like,
I'm not just. It's not just being sad. They're like, yes, being sad is great. Absolutely love being sad. No, it's not an option. Also, don't say things like "suck it up." That's another one.
Oh.
No.
No, that's a no. Like, I feel like people should just respect other people and just be nice, because I feel like we live in a world now where there's a lot of stuff online, and a lot of young people, particularly online, and you just need to be careful with what you're saying, because it can be extremely damaging to someone's mental health.
Yeah.
What are your future plans for your art account or any other art related work, just in general?
I'm planning for school. You have to pick. I'm doing advanced higher art, and you have to pick like a project to do. So the project is I'm writing a book about mental health that I'm going to illustrate, and I'm hoping to like tie that into the art account, because I can put the illustrations on there. And hopefully I'll help people. I'm not sure if it will.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Zamira for being my first interviewee.
I'm the first one.
You're the first one that's going to be posted.
So very honoured. My God.
Yeah. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Check out Zamira's art account. I'm going to link it down below with a bunch of other organisations for mental health as well. So yeah, like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.